One of the great things about Adobe Spark for me is that it allows me the ability to create many of the informational and promotional graphics quickly and effectively that I tend to be moved by on the web when others create them. For this presentation, I'm going to take you through a walk of the interface via my Adobe account and start a post to show you how to do one. Adobe Spark is located online at the address that you see on your screen, and it's one of the Adobe apps that can be used free of charge. To see the mobile apps that are available, please visit the address on your screen. To use Adobe Spark, you can log into it using your Facebook account, your Google account, by setting up your own login with your existing email, or Adobe users can use their already existing login information. Since I have an Adobe account already, I'll just log in using that. Once you log in, the page looks pretty much the same as the original website, but you can access the Spark program by clicking the button in the top left corner or the sun yellow button on the right. The interface is very minimalistic because there are only three forms of output for your presentation: a post, a page, or video. This presentation will be focused on the post. We'll be visiting the page and video functions in future videos. For those of you wanting to connect to the Adobe Spark community on social media, at the bottom of the tool panel, you will have access to Spark on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But let's get to work. In your account, clicking on the My Projects section will archive any post, page, or video presentation done in the past, whether it has been completed and shared or not. Here we see some of the pieces I've created for my personal and professional social media. But the best way to see how easy it is to get rolling in Spark is to open up the posts that I've created and play with the functions. Clicking on the Elements button will take you to the respective toolbar that allows you to adjust them to your liking. Though it looks simplistic, and we are keeping this very basic, combining the effects here with one another can create some very impressive presentations. But the fun of Spark is using it yourself and exploring the functionality. So I'm going to leave that to you and just deal with the basics here. You can adjust the font in your presentation by turning the knob at the top of the panel, much like you would a radio knob, until you have a font that you like. A secondary option would be clicking on the button labeled font and choosing from one of the choices of text styles available. In addition, you would be able to adjust features to your presentation based on the shape behind your text, the color of your font, the spacing of the text across your presentation, left, right, center, and justified alignment of the text, and of course the background opacity of the shape that is behind the text. You can also adjust the color presentation of the image, the size, and rotation of the background image. The background images of your presentation can be inserted from a variety of locations, such as your computer itself, Adobe Creative Cloud images, and Lightroom image assets if you have access, as well as Dropbox files or Google Photos. Of course, to make this app the most valuable to users, the art we've created here is able to be shared to Facebook, Twitter, sent by email, or downloaded as a graphic for wherever your imagery would be most useful. You've seen the tools to make the magic happen. Let's take a step back and create a graphic from scratch so you can see how it all fits together. We will click on the post and go to the canvas where your message is composed. Here we'll see all the various default sizes for the most popular social media outlets available. This takes much of the guesswork out of making imagery ready for a specific account. Here we're going to post some initial text for the Spark post. We'll be able to edit it later, but to complete the initial layout, this is the final step. Once the basic setup is composed, you can go back into the tools and adjust the graphic as we did previously. We've briefly went through AdobeSpark and shown you the interface, as well as created a basic layout to show you how things work under the hood. In our next videos, we'll explore the page and video functions. Until then, play with it, practice, and enjoy the creative process. Talk with you soon.